I usually go with the path of least resistance, you know. We're here to go on a run, or we're here to lift weights, you know. I'm here for throw some punches rather than try to get in a wrestling match.
Yellow. There are fighters who seek to straight up impose their will on you, but others who decide to take a more fluid approach, the path of least resistance. What does this entail? Well, in regards to the Diaz brothers, it doesn't mean they're necessarily forcing a takedown despite how good their grappling is, and they aren't necessarily forcing the stand-up despite how good their boxing is. Instead, they appear to work with where the fight naturally wants to go, making the most of what is presented to them, flowing with the moment of what is presented because they trust their abilities regardless of realm. Taking him to the canvas is often a decision his opponents regret, and even though his striking is not explosive, with his elite technique, his endurance, durability, understanding alongside experienced training with high-level boxers, inevitably, he has his true level of skill shine through. As the fight progresses, it's a waiting game, and the moment you fade for even a second, that's when you really start to feel the fist crack you in between those breaths. Cain Velasquez is a prime example of someone who just straight up imposes their will on you. Conor McGregor, a counter-puncher with a high adaptive intelligence and incredible sense of ring generalship, is closer to what I believe is a middle ground, where he has a strong aptitude for control, imposing his will on you, imposing himself on you, but amidst that pressure, he's still waiting for you to give him the strike he wants to counter against. A balance between imposing his will all the while using your own desire to impose will, but he uses that against you. This is something we saw from Israel Till as well. Ring generalship, controlling you, touching you, getting you on the back foot, but that moment you decide to extend, his footwork and timing will touch you against your own intention. Israel Adesanya feigns his own will while touching you where it's safe based upon your flinches, your reactions. Nonetheless though, he's always ready to time you against that moment you extend. He isn't forcing the fight, but with his tremendous fight IQ, arsenal, and attributes, he'll touch you against what is presented, flowing with and crashing against the moment as it unfolds. It's truly incredible to watch when you understand this, but now you're beginning to get a feel for why the Diaz brothers fight the way they fight. In this sense, we can extrapolate that the path of least resistance is not forcing for a particular method or outcome, but letting the moment present the most adequate path instead. Bruce Lee, the flow like water, taking the shape of the container.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup.
That's pretty aligned with the overall philosophy, isn't it? The path of least resistance. Or the OG, Bruce Lee, be like water. Until next time, peace.